Hello there folks and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it's time for part 8 and part 125 of the series as a whole. In today's episode we continue and finish the match against Ding Junhui in the last 16 of the Shanghai Masters. Now I recommend you go and watch the video that was done beforehand with this match, episode 7 of the series, where you will see that we developed a 3-1 lead against Ding. A very good lead to be taken into this final session. So we're going to play until the end today. I've decided last video that we'd do things a little bit different with these longer matches. I'd play up to the mid-session interval like you would in real life, get the first 4 frames done, and then simply play to the end today. Now, if we can win this first frame, that would be massive, I think, going 4-1 up. It put a big amount of frames and a good cushion, pardon the pun, between myself and Ding Junhui. So we'll have to see how we get on, but I think the objective mainly is to win one of these first 2 frames, really. If we lose both of them, then Ding gets back into the game and makes it 3 each. But if we won this first frame, that would really put the pressure on Ding, I would think, and have to say. I mean, we're not even a minute in today and the dog started barking, so that doesn't sound very good for the rest of the video. But I hope you guys are all good. I'm really still enjoying the snooker stuff. In fact, I'm way ahead with the recording, which is very rare for me to be. So I haven't seen any of the comments from you guys. I mean, I've not even released, to put it into context, I've not even released that first game against Ding yet at the Portland Classic. So we're way ahead with the snooker stuff. But from the first few videos, I can see, at least of this season anyway, I can see you guys are really enjoying, which is great to see. Because if you keep enjoying and I keep enjoying, then it is a win-win. Interesting safety battle here, but Ding has maybe potted the red. Potted the cue ball, and he has.
Well, he lost control.
That was an absolute stinker, and actually, because I think it was us that moved the brown off its spot, we've actually got quite a nice straight first pot that we can take on here, so that's absolutely fantastic. But, yeah, not great for Ding, is it, at all?
Looking to pop this into the left corner pocket.
It was a risky safety anyway from there.
That's a great pot.
Wonderful shot.
But he just couldn't get the cue ball safe and in fact potted it. So not a great start for Ding to this second session. It's going to be tricky though for us to get an opportunity here, you have to say. Unless we can just get in the, maybe get the black out of the way potentially. Got to play this at the right pace, etc. We've not played it at the right pace. And as you can see, well, we've actually still got position, which is a little bit of luck, actually. Don't often get away with that.
Nicely onto the colour.
And if we can pop the pink here, we've got a great chance of opening up the reds. But we're not going to smash it, because this could go very wrong. Pink's there. And, well, it's a half-decent split. Maybe would have paid us to play that a little bit harder. But, to be honest, I think that because we've not left much on, as you can see, it was definitely worth playing it at that pace. We're just going to play this into the red here. I don't think there's much that Ding can particularly do from this position, I think. And we'll see. Yep, he's just going to play the safety. And has he left anything here? I don't think he would have done. He's left a potential pot here that I think is probably worth having a go at, I would say. Maybe don't play it with so much power. Oh, we've missed it. And that was a risky shot to take, to be fair. Maybe a little bit misguided with that shot. But, oh well. Sometimes you make those sort of mistakes. And I think it was all with the pink. Just not being too confident with the pink. And not just smashing the reds open. That makes your job pretty complex from the start. But it looks like Ding's in a good position here to win this first frame. We've got to see how he gets on, though. Because he's not been playing the best snooker just yet. So just to remind you, we did go 2-0 up in that first episode. Then Ding brought it back to 2 frames to 1. And then we regained that 2-frame lead. So Ding hasn't been in front or level at any point of this game after the first frame. So ideally, we'd like to keep it like that, especially now we've got this 2-frame lead. If Ding goes and wins this frame, then obviously the objective, as we said at the start of the video, is to go and win the 6th frame.
Potting this into the right corner pocket.
But we need 3 frames to win this game. Ding needs 5, so Ding could still very easily do it, and he has to get a bit of momentum and Could be all over for us, but we want to make sure he can't do that. But as long as we get through, whether it's 6-1 or 6-5, it doesn't matter particularly, but really we just need to apply ourselves, but play the best we can. Not really the way we've done so far this frame, but sometimes just nothing you can do about that. It was probably a risk worth taking, and it didn't work out, so that's just the way it goes sometimes. It's a tight red we took on, and it was risky, and we were well aware of those risks. But as you saw, because we missed the red, it would have opened up a few opportunities had we potted it. I can't actually remember though now whether it was that red that cannoned into the other red, so it might not have given such a big opportunity. But we're where we are. We can't really reflect too much on what's happened. There's no point being too reflective like that. I should just get miserable.
49.
God, I can't believe how much the dog's barking today. Typical. Wasn't barking at all before I started doing this.
Attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket.
And I stopped there because I thought Ding might have missed that. I might just tell her to shut up, you know, because she's doing me head in. But we'll play this red first.
The right corner. Tremendous spot.
1.
Hopefully I edited that out, or else all you earphone users might be completely deaf by now. But anyway, we're on the black. It's a good pot on it. Not the best position, because we've just overplayed it once again.
Onto a red.
It's always the risk with overplaying a shot, isn't it? I mean, she started again. Jesus Christ, I don't know.
Nicely positioned for the black.
Good position for the black, as he says. Hopefully we can pinch this frame back from Ding. I just thought that he was lining himself for that long pot on the red. It was a risk, and, well, he missed it, so
He just wants to slot this into.
might well rue that mistake.
That's an excellent pot.
17.
Bit out of position here. Oh, wow.
It's foul there.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. Just overplayed that again, and that's the
Foul.
theme of today's episode. If you overplay a shot, then it all goes wrong.
6.
That was disappointing. If we hadn't have overplayed that, then obviously we wouldn't have got it off. And that's given Ding this chance, and as expected, he's not going to give this up now. I'm bloody gutted about that. We probably got out of position, to be fair, playing that pink.
Taking this on.
But he's taking the pink on. This could go wrong, but that's a beautifully placed pot.
Top shot. Well played.
And with that sort of shot, it just makes you feel like he's going to win the frame.
Superb.
7.
If he gets the black here, which doesn't look like he will, we can only level the frame, but he's got the blue. It's not the best position for this red, but I can imagine he'll still pot it, and this is all he needs.
No problem
And,
there.
well, the first frame after the interval, Ding Junhui wins, and clear that we need to get a bit of momentum back together. I've had a break as well, by the way. It's not like we're playing this straight after. It's clear Ding has come out the better player after the break. We've just not quite been on our best behaviour, if you like. We've been queuing a little bit poorly, and we need to improve that in the next frame, or else all our hard work in that first session will just evaporate to a best of 5.
Pot.
30.
Good frame, though, from Ding. Have to feel that we could have took a chance to potentially
35.
make it 4-1, but, you know, it didn't happen, so we can't get too hung up about it.
41.
But some clean queuing by, I keep wanting to say Judd. I've got absolutely no idea why.
48. And the frame, Ding Junhui.
But Ding brings it back then, much like he did in frame 3. To us just having a 1-frame lead, and it's Ding Junhui to break for the 6th frame.
1.
He's just fluked a red off the break. Goodness me, can you believe it? And he's just going to play up behind this yellow, and that really has not worked. I mean, he's got away with not leaving a pot on, I think. To be honest, that's probably what I'd have done. if I'd have had the chance. So I'm not moaning at him particularly. Just potted the red and then got the safety. Oh dear, bless me. Keep that in for a bit of comedy, why not? If we lose this frame, there might not be too much more to be comedic about. Just needs to get a bit of help from the bulk. That's not bad at all. Might well have a chance. But Ting fluked that red at the start of the frame, and that I feel he's going to categorise his whole frame now because he made the decision to play safe. Then it's not like an orthodox safety battle. He's very much on top because of that ball played, and well, that was a straight red, and perhaps a little bit of an oversight to leave that on. And all of a sudden, that good 3-1 lead which we built up could well go straight away. I mean, granted, there's not much that we could have done about this break being allowed to happen because, well, he fluked it off the break off, so there's absolutely nothing we could have done.
Great technique, superb cueing.
We've just got to hope it's not a frame-winning break, or else I'll be gutted.
That's a beauty.
Great cueing.
10.
He's aiming for the left corner here. Tremendous shot.
Oh, wonderful shot.
11.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Good pot on the brown.
Top shot, well played.
Great position on the red from there.
Playing very well here.
Pretty much inch perfect.
15.
Well, this wasn't my plan, admittedly, at the start of this session. The hope was to, realistically, it was it to be 1-1 at this point, so it would be 4 frames to 2, and it still might well be. He's only made a break of 18 yet, so it's certainly not all over. This shot's a big one, though.
This pot into the right corner.
Great pot, and a good split as well.
19.
Requires a long pot on the blue, probably, though, here, so... Oh, he's going for the green, and he's potted it lovely.
22.
It's not the cleanest, though, I feel like, here. Having to take on a few shots that maybe I wouldn't want to.
Cueing.
And again, he's going to have to go for the blue. Don't think the pink will
He
pass.
just wants this
No, it will.
gently into the pocket.
There's a good clean pot there. And now he can get himself all warmed up to play the black a few times. Extend that lead. But he's overplayed that.
30.
Might be playing the blue, perhaps. Or a bulk colour, I'm not sure.
Just wants this
Not sure what his
pot
plan is here.
into the pocket.
It's a good pot, to be fair. If he does go on and win this frame, I want to be careful that Ding Junhui doesn't get too much of a run going, because the tables could really be turned, especially if he won this and the next frame.
41.
It'd be us on the back foot. We haven't won a frame since frame 4, so if he goes and wins this one and the next one, been quite a gap since we won a frame. And to be honest, at the moment, it looks like absolutely no opposition for him winning this frame. Can he do it in one visit, though, unlike he did last time?
Nicely
Remember,
on the
you've
blue.
got the 2 reds up bulk as well, so 4 reds on the table. Be interested to see how he deals with those. I think he will probably need at least one of them. Depends what colour he goes for, but looks like unless he cues carefully, he's not going to take on either the pink or the black.
54.
To be fair, I think he has done it, hasn't he? There's only 51 left on the table now.
56.
Yeah, and that's definitely confirmed it. So,
57.
not the best start for us here. Really wasn't. Not what I planned for at all, but oh well. Sometimes these things happen, and this frame we were particularly unlucky. Didn't get a look in. Maybe could have played a bit of a better safety
62.
to not leave the straight red, but what can you do, eh?
63.
Trying to build on this and hopefully play better in the frames to come.
68.
But from a 2-frame lead at the interval, in the 2 frames that we've played after coming out, Ding Junhui is going to be by far the happiest player.
69.
He's played the brown, so there is a chance of a century here. Be 100 if he cleans up.
78. 82.
It's amazing, the microphone does pick up the barking quite well, I noticed. Well, he's not going to make a century now, is he? Completely forgot about that pink and black. We're going to concede the frame there anyway. Good break of 87 from Ding Junhui, albeit
Frame in the bag.
helped quite a bit from that fluke off the break.
These two players at the moment. Fascinating contest.
I have to wonder what the position would have been like if he hadn't have fluked that red off the break. But we just got to get back into it, focus, forget those 2 frames ever happened and try and regain the form we had earlier on.
Need good control over the pace of the white with this shot.
It's more like the sort of safety that Ding's been playing all day, to be honest. It's not a great one. It's a risky shot to take on, but I think it's one worth going for.
This won't be easy.
And it's there.
Impressive red.
We've definitely got a chance now to get our lead back.
1.
Important we play this at a good pace.
7.
Forgot the pink would go back there actually, so I'm glad we played it at the right pace, or else we'd have been in real trouble. What's our luck? That pink being hit on might actually not be a bad idea. As you can see, it's a pretty straight shot we've got here now, so that's a little bit of luck, but still got to be potted. A lot could go wrong here.
This isn't easy.
Brilliant. Simply
Thought that I'd missed then. It was a clean pot.
Shot. He'll be happy with that.
14.
delicate touch required here.
15.
So pink goes on yellow spot. It's the highest spot not to be taken. We've got a little bit of awkward manoeuvring to do here.
20.
But hopefully we should be okay. Go for this red actually, I think.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Good pot. What's our position like for the blue?
21.
Straighter the better, really. Yeah, good position. Happy with that. We'll play with some right hand side here. Maybe that's not. It's not going to make too much difference, is it? Important this is played at the right pace.
He is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
It's a little bit overplayed, but do we get away with it? Yeah, we do.
Another great long pot.
26.
Black's certainly not on. We've got pink up bulk, so that's something we've probably got to sort out pretty quickly. But the best way to do this, I'd say, is just get up for the blue, play a fairly straight blue, and then we can reassess our position, yes. Reassess a position. And we'll go for this red, because it's a bit of a anomaly being the only one on that cushion.
32.
Just a problem that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds that aren't developed and could prove to be a little bit of an issue. I just wonder whether it might be worth playing the reds and just giving them a good whack and seeing what happens. No, I'm going to leave it. Only a break of 32 as well. I want to leave it till we've got a few more points. And then it's
Position looks good for a
not as
colour.
much a risk then.
33.
Pretty much straight on the blue, which helps.
$38.
So we can get to this red, and it might be worth potting it. I just think that I don't want to take the risk at this point. If we miss it, we've only built up a lead of 38, and that's something that Ding could chip away at very easily. I just think that this frame is so important to go and win. Really is. It's massive, I'd say.
39.
If we lose this one, then I'm certainly worried that it could develop into something that's a little bit worrying.
Nicely
Ding then wins the next one, then he makes it 5-3, and then we've got the whole world to try and combat then. It's just playing the most cautious shots that we can, and to be fair, building up a nice lead. A little bit too straight on it, so we're going to have to get a little bit inventive. That bloody dog. This is the last of the balls that's really open, so it might well be worth trying to just give some of the stray reds a bit of a clip, and well, we haven't done. Thought we might have done there. And we're very close to going in off, and that position isn't too great, and I think at this point we might as well just settle for the lead we've got. There's not much more we can do. Play it up behind the yellow and put him into a snooker.
That's the result he was after.
Neil Robertson, 51.
So he's come off the jaw. To be fair, that's a good shot.
Very well
That's a very good
there.
shot. Fair play to him. It's about as good as the recovery could have been there. But through a bit of luck, we've got back in a very similar position.
And he's played it well.
It's a bit of a hit and hope that was, but in fact it was probably the best position we could have got. But once again, he's hit the reds. But has he got away with it this time? No, he hasn't. So,
Successfully gets out the snooker, but he's left an opportunity here.
good decision that was, I think, to put him in a snooker.
1.
My maths is right. There'll be 68 left after this brown.
He's taking this on.
So we're probably looking at 2 more reds
Pot, that is.
to complete this
Very
frame.
pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
5.
But there's only 1, potentially 2 reds that aren't potable from here. So out of the 6,
6.
there's only 2 that aren't potable potentially. So I'm pretty happy with that.
So, just his blue required.
You heard Neil folds.
Wonderful pot.
And barring
Outstanding.
snookers from Ding,
And that means
we
he's
should
way back in this frame for his
have
11.
clawed that lead back. Made sure that Ding doesn't get back into this and take the lead. It's our first frame
12.
of this session.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
I overplayed that a bit, but it won't hurt. To be fair, if we'd have played that at the right pace, then we wouldn't have been on the red at all.
17.
Looking to run this along the cushion.
Nice and slow. Good pot.
That's a top shot. Outstanding potting.
18.
Ooh, could be on the black here. Worth giving it a try, I'd say. Good pot. Probably out of position now because we can't get to the red. No, we can't, but it doesn't matter really. He's not going to come back to the table now, is he?
Neil Robertson, 25. Frame.
And for the first time in today's video, we win a frame, and that is a really important one.
Frame is his.
Just by the cautiousness of how we played there, I think you guys could see how important that frame was to win.
Pretty impressive snooker in that last frame.
And after Ding won the first 2 frames of the session, we have got our lead back. So with a maximum of 4 left to play, it's 4 frames to 3. Has left a chance though here.
Half a chance here.
Oh, well. Wanted that to go a little bit better. Well, that was a dead cert, to be quite honest. And we have left a chance for Ding. It's a little bit of a silly shot, really. But he's decided not to whack the reds open here. So he might not do too much with this break, especially now he's missed the brown. Felt like there wasn't really much commitment to do much in that shot. But we're on the red. And so that risk clearly was one worth taking. I think I've just ripped my vocal cords out. Just screamed at the dog. And to be fair, she hasn't barked for 30 seconds, so it's worked in the short term, but you watch, she'll start in a minute again. The joy of having a dog, eh? It's a risky shot to take on this blue.
Long pot, right up his street.
Looks good to me, though.
Great cueing there.
6.
And so we've got a real chance in this frame.
7.
The fact that we're at the table obviously helps. And that black would be a great shot to play in ordinary play, but well, we've got to open up the reds, haven't we? So not the hardest shot in the world. It's got to get a bit of luck.
That's not the best split.
Not the best split, no.
13.
No, it's not actually. That's a shame. Might be worth playing this a bit of a... Yeah, we haven't mucked that up, haven't we? Worth going for, though, I think. We've played that too hard. Maybe the black can come to our rescue. Not going to, though. Well,
Not what he intended.
poor there, really poor.
Poor shot.
Neil Robertson, 13.
I think it was worth trying to open the reds, but was it? We've made a few ill-advised decisions so far today. We want to cut those out.
8.
The only solace here is that we haven't left too much on, so he's got to make most of this opportunity for himself. And he's pretty much straight on the blue, so I failed to see what he can do here. Well, it's a good shot. Be a risk to take on the black here.
Well, it goes.
He's taking it on. Great shot. And a little bit unlucky, to be honest, not to get more of a split on the reds. He did play it quite soft, though. Didn't play with much cue power, so I suppose that's why he hasn't whacked the reds open. But I don't blame him. These 2 reds he can get to next to each other here. But he's got to look at developing those 6 reds then. But I feel like he's got a chance here. You've always got a chance when you're at the table. And this is what he might well be doing here. Play the black, go right into the reds. And this is a little bit of a worrying sign if he does well here.
That split is not bad at all. Great opportunity.
I think we're just giving away far too many frames for our own incompetence at the moment. Working really hard to win a frame, and then, like we've done here, just played poorly and given him quite a good chance. We were definitely in our rhythm the other day, but so far in this session we haven't been, and Ding might well bring this back to 4 each, which gives him a real chance 5-3 here and you're rubbing your hands together.
Nicely done.
44.
While it was 3-1 in the first 4 frames to us.
Nicely.
Of course, this
45.
frame going towards Ding will make it 3-1 in these 4 frames to Ding. So
52.
it'll be 4 each. And you have to say he's looking good for it.
What a wonderful pot.
So 4 heads left on the table after this black. So 59 left on the table.
60.
And he's 47 ahead, 48 head, sorry. So he's nearly there.
No problem there.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
61. 64.
Just this red needed then.
65.
And if he gets the colour, that'll definitely confirm it. Yeah. So he's 55 ahead with 43 left on the table. That's just annoying. Really is. I think it's just a case of getting through this match now. So we've not played brilliantly this session. But Dinger's done well to bring it back.
73.
So from what could have been a lot more comfortable, this is now a best of 3.
Frame conceded. Frame Bing Junhui.
Well played to take that frame.
Obviously, it goes without saying this frame is a big one.
Into a very tight match. Both players refusing to give any ground here.
Well, I'd argue we've given some ground. Didn't help that he won 2 frames at the start of this session, did Ding. It's one of his better safety shots, though, of the day. And we can't afford to take too many liberties like we did in the last frame in this one. This could be a good shot, though.
Great shot. That's a really good safety.
He's played an equally good one now. Easy enough to get out of course. Of the bother. It's going to be quite scrappy here because of how important this frame is, but
He's got some choices
as
here.
soon as I said that,
Let's see what he sells.
he went and potted the cue ball. Which, personally, I don't think was what he was aiming to do. Good pot though on the red. We've got a chance here. Need a bit of luck.
Good split. That's really opened the table up here.
Not too bad, but I wouldn't call it excellent.
That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's not anything here.
Again, I wouldn't define that as a great split.
9.
It is, yes, if we get the next shot all wrapped up okay, but this is a tricky pink. It's probably better to take it to the top pocket, but again, it's risky. Really is.
He's taking on this pink. Brilliant pot.
That was lucky to drop, that was. I'll tell you that for a
Pretty
fact.
good to me.
15.
But the rewards for potting that pink could be massive in this frame.
16.
With how the pink was going, I didn't think it would go in, to be honest. I was very worried. But it dropped. And thank God it did. Or else it'd be Ding faced with this chance.
Very well played.
23.
Well, there are a few chances we'll take on, but we might as well get a free 6 points, as I call it. Tap the red in here, and then get the blue as a result.
24.
And there are so many options, it's great. It's brilliant to be faced with so many options.
29.
But if we work hard and win this frame, we can't then go and play a silly shot in the next frame and lose that. And I know that's a hard thing to commit to, because it can very easily happen. Just got to hope it doesn't happen at the end of the day.
30. $37.
Probably made the wrong decision by going for this, you know, so... There's not much ducking out we can do now. I think I might regret playing this.
This is a tricky one along the cushion.
It's there, though. Maybe I should have a bigger think before playing shots in the future like that, because that was quite a risk. The positional shot I'm talking about, anyway.
45.
Position looks good for a colour.
46. $53.
It's amazing, isn't it, how when you're playing well, all the balls are in a good position, how quickly you can get these breaks. Been already on a break of 53. That right red makes it 54. So only a few balls left
54.
to confirm that it'll be us who wins this frame and goes one frame closer to getting through to the last 8. And surviving the scare that Ding Junhui's brought us.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner. That's a top shot.
Quality cueing there, really good.
Everything apart from this one red quite close to cushions here, so a little bit of a concern.
$67.
He just needs the red.
And so with that red, as Neil Fold's confirmed,
Effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
we should have this frame wrapped up.
68.
But if we want to make a century, might be a little bit awkward. Certainly get an angle to pop this red into the middle. Then after that, we've got to play
75.
with a little bit more preciseness.
76.
Didn't quite realise we were that bad on the blue there. Thought the angle would have been easier. They're pretty much on a straight line on that cushion, so that's a little bit of bother. I mean, to be honest, we pretty much won the frame, so you know what, we might as well just go for this blue.
They want this to drop into the centre pocket.
We've missed it. Unless we commit a silly foul here, I don't think it's going to come back to bite us. 59 left on the table, 80 behind, so I think he'll say, fair enough. And he does. Just a shame we couldn't get a century out of that. So, with 2 frames to go, if we win one of the next 2, we're through to the next round.
It has, but it's only a slender lead.
Thank you.
Must admit, though, I wasn't expecting it to be 5-4 at this point. Would have liked it to have been wrapped up earlier, because that is a good safety shot from Ding.
Tricky shot here.
Could get some luck here. We certainly do on the main pack, but we've left a pretty straight pot on.
That's an excellent opening.
Good pot.
1.
And he's got a chance to make it 5 each. It's just been like that in this session. When we've won a frame, we've won 2 obviously. We just haven't been able to follow it up. So it looks like, well, I wouldn't quite call it over yet because there aren't many chances here. But it could well be the case that we go to a decider. Not quite sure what he played there, though. So just playing the safety.
Ding Junhui, 14.
And to be quite honest, that was a bit of a crap safety.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
That's a chance, though, here. And I've got no idea what he was trying there.
That is. Goodness me, that's a real cracker.
1.
We've got a chance, but it's a little bit more of an awkward cutback.
The
It's
split's
there.
good to me.
What's the split like? Certainly at least one pot on that we can go for. In fact, there's 2.
8.
I know which one I fancy. It's a bit of a tight one into the middle,
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless.
but I'd say the position is a little bit better.
Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
9.
Yeah, played it well.
14.
So it's important we take this chance we've been given now. Make sure Ding regrets it. Where's the black going? Oh, goodness me, we got away with that. With those hit and hope shots, that can always happen.
15.
Green it is then. Must admit, not perfect. It's okay though. Well, the pot was,
19.
but position again, not great. So we need to iron this out a little. Not a bad positional there.
26.
Might well have been worth looking if the blue went there. We're walking on eggshells a little bit here, to be honest. We're going to go for the yellow.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
But I wouldn't go for this in a decider,
Loose play like that.
because it can go wrong like that.
From a player of his
That
quality.
is a bloody sucker punch. Ah!
Neil Robertson,
The rewards for potting, that could have been big, but we played a few poor positionals there,
He'll be looking to get back into the frame here.
and that was just
1.
what we deserved.
No real problem here.
8.
But as we've just witnessed, not the best chance. But Ding hasn't really had much problem in this video,
Middle pocket.
making chances for himself.
9.
Ooh, he's mucked that one up a little though, you have to feel. Long pots are always a risk, especially knowing in the back of your mind if this goes wrong, could be a last shot. And well, he's missed it.
Ding Junhui, 11.
He's looking to drop this into the middle pocket.
That's a really good.
We got away with that as well.
It's a real opportunity.
1.
Could have gone wrong. But it didn't. Got a bit of luck there. Didn't think we'd get another chance, to be honest, in this frame. I thought Ding would
Potting this.
clear the table, but he didn't. And this is our chance now.
Great shot.
A serious chance
Doing there.
to finish the game off.
6. 7.
Nicely positioned for the red.
12.
This isn't as easy a pot as it looks. It's there though.
Nice position on the black.
13.
going to play the blue. I'm a little bit more confident with the blue. Certainly in terms of getting resultant position, and that's what this is all about.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it.
And we've underhit that. Get away with it though.
That was made more difficult due to the rest being used.
18.
Only a slender lead of 19 here. So the pressure's still on. Come off the cushion well there though for the black.
18.
She's not been on her best behaviour today, has she? Goodness me. She's outside, by the way, the dog is. She's not downstairs. But let's not make any more of this about cash, shall we? Tell you what, that wasn't the cleanest. Pots.
27.
But colour and red will mean it's snookers required. But once again, as usual, we've not left ourselves the easiest shot to get on this red. But we've played it pretty well there.
32.
It's just this red required.
This is a key shot coming up here. In it goes.
That should effectively remove any ideas his opponent may have of a comeback.
So it looks like the home favourites out in the first round. I'll definitely shake my opponent's hand here because it was a very valiant effort from 3-1 down to come back into the match.
Wonderful.
And I think you could see that
38.
there were a lot of points there where I was genuinely worried that Ding could bring this
Just
back.
the colours left now.
Got away with it a little bit in this frame. Wasn't the best play, but that is a big confidence boost. Beating Ding Junhui by 6 frames to 4. And it'll be interesting to see how we draw for the quarter-final.
43.
Well, after being 3-1 up, admittedly, I'd have liked it been over a little bit before this. But to be honest, at the start of the match, I would have taken 6-4, definitely. So you just get a little bit greedy sometimes, don't you? It's only natural.
52.
Love to see what the points tallies are like. Comparison to one another.
Pop this into the right corner.
No, I don't want to update iTunes. Go away.
58.
Anyway, good break of 58. Will be 65 if we pop this black. And we do.
Great clearance.
And with that clearance of 65, thank goodness for that. That's a weight off my shoulders. We take Ding Junhui out to the Shanghai Masters, beating him by 6 frames to 4.
Quarter-final.
So we're into the last 8 then, the quarter-final. As you can see, goodness me, we did score a lot more points than Ding there. He scored 416, we'd scored 563. So a good win against the best Chinese snooker player. Let's see who we're going to face in the quarter-final. A best of 11 against Mark Allen. That's going to be an interesting one. I haven't played Mark Allen for a while too. It's noticeable that this season he's thrown up a lot of names who we haven't played against for a while. I'm just trying to think the last time we played against Mark Allen. I know we lost against him in the Dafabet Masters final in Season 1, but I fail to remember where we played him. I'm sure we'll find out in the head-to-head screen next time out, shall we? But that was a good episode. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. And I'll be back in the next episode with the first 4 frames of our matchup in the quarterfinal against the Pistol. And then the video after that will play until the end, much like we've done today. And hopefully it's another good match that sees us through to the semi-final of this competition. But if you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for 4 videos of Snooker Week on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and on a Sunday, all for your enjoyment. Thank you very much for watching today, and thank you for your company. But until the next time, that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.